Oh God. Yeah, this is a little bit of a problem. I don't even know how many I have. Y'all want to comment down below how many you think I've got, and I will give you final totals at the very end. This is a hot freaking mess. And welcome back to my channel. Today's video is definitely going to be sorting out all of these palettes. This is ridiculous and absolutely out of control, and I haven't done a declutter or an organization or anything in a very, very long time. So we're going to be going through this. I have boxes here for maybes and another box here. It's like a foldable storage thingy for my ones that I'm going to be putting on Poshmark. I don't even know where to start because I'm so overwhelmed right now. But how about we pick out a few that I know I'm going to be keeping and move on from there. I'm not going to swatch them because we would be here for an hour and a half and a day. Let's go ahead and start with Dream State. This one's from Bad Habit. I don't know what's going on with their website or the app, so if you guys know if they're going to be coming back at all, you just let me know. I actually just got this one. It hasn't even been swatched yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep that, obviously, because I just purchased it. This one actually is a dupe for the Fenty Beauty that was just released. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep that bad boy. This is another one that I just picked up from Bad Habit. This is the Anastasia palette. I have played with it a little bit. It's swatched. So I'm definitely going to be keeping this guy. I do love the colors, and this is actually a dupe for the Natasha Denona Tropics palette. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that bad boy. xoxo. Okay, I've had this forever. I've made some looks with this, and I haven't picked it up in ages. I haven't even touched the lips in the back. I think what I'm going to do is put this in the maybe pile for right now and kind of see what else I've got in here because I don't even know. And then from there, we'll go through and see if that gets moved to the declutter pile. Okay, so I've got the Maybelline Soda Pop, and I love this palette. For a drugstore palette, it's freaking phenomenal. Like, this color here and this color here is so, so good. They're so pigmented. I actually picked this up about a month and a half ago, and I freaking love it. And I don't have the lemonade one, but I want to pick that one up. So I'm going to keep this just because the purples are gorgeous. I did just pick this one up. You saw me talk about this in a drugstore haul. If you have not seen that video, I'll put it in the cards above. But I am definitely keeping this. This is actually a dupe. It just has all the glitter tones in that palette that this palette has. It just doesn't have the 3 or 4 matte shades that's in that palette. But if you're looking for a better alternative, this was like 12 bucks, and it's gorgeous, and they just are so foiled. It's perfect. So I would highly suggest this one if you don't want to spend the money for the Too Faced gold chocolate bar. So the next one is, what is this even called? This is the Marble Collection Cool Stone. I bought this forever ago, and I have not used this at all or touched it. And BH Cosmetics doesn't have my favorite shadow formula, so I think I'm going to pass that along. So this is the Avant Pop, and this is the Nouveau Chic palette. I've used it a couple times, but again, NYX doesn't have my favorite formula when it comes to shadows. I think that their lip products are really good, but I don't find that their eyeshadows are like the best out there for the price. I'm gonna go ahead and pass this guy along. I don't get any love out of it, and it's been in the drawer forever. Oh God. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Prism palette. It's stunning. I love it so much. I love the formulas of these shadows. I have single shadows as well from ABH, so I will go ahead and be keeping this. Most of my ABH palettes I will be keeping just for future reference, but I'll show you what they look like. It's just so pretty, and the formula is awesome on these. This is the Juvia's Place, the Nubian 2 palette. I love the formula of these shadows. I think that they're highly pigmented. You can make amazing, amazing looks with this on all eye colors. I don't know how they make them so buttery, but I'm definitely keeping this for sure. And I love this green color, and the copper tone is just freaking beautiful. So yeah. Oh God, I love this one too. It looks a little bit more red on camera. It's a little bit more brown in person, but it's so pretty. This one is from Bad Habit as well. This is going to be a dupe for one of the Pat McGrath palettes. Looks like this. It has a ton of fallout with this color right here, but I am definitely keeping this. I love this color, and these foil shades are freaking amazing. If you can get your hands on these Cult palettes, I recommend them. They're beautiful and they swatch out amazing. Even on the eye with a brush, like they're perfect. I'm definitely keeping this. Zoeva matte palette. Zoeva does have some of my favorite formula eyeshadows. I find that they blend really, really well. And this is an all matte palette. It's perfect for travel because it's nice and thin and sleek. I'll definitely be keeping this guy. Oh, Carity. Nudes and Rudes. And it looks like this. It's a really pretty palette. It does have a few shimmer shades here and over here. It's just... I have colors like this in other palettes. I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile because I just love their formula. I love their shadows, but I just never reach for this palette and I feel like somebody else could get some love out of it. So this is gonna go in the maybe pile until we finish. We've got the Colored Rain, Cheers to Beauty. Let me go ahead and, that red is just perfect. I love this palette. It's so pretty to look at. And I love the formula of these shadows. I haven't even touched this one, sadly. I think I've maybe swatched one color and I haven't even touched it. This is something I really need to use. And it has the same, very similar formula to Juvia's Place, but it has a little bit of a higher price point. But I'm definitely going to be keeping this because I actually want to use it. So yeah, I'm going to be keeping this in my collection for sure. And this color right here is freaking, oh my God. It's calling my name right now. So Cheers to Beauty is staying. So I got this in PR. This is a Kate palette from Carity. Let me go ahead and bring this up. This is so pretty. I've used a lot of these shades. The fallout is not crazy. I mean, they do have some fallout, but this palette is just so pretty. And I love the color story that is going on in here. And I really don't have anything like it in some of the other palettes. So I'm gonna keep this. And I love these colors down here. They're so pretty. This is the Morphe, what is it? Oh, 25B palette. I do have the 25A as well. Let me open this up. It looks like this. It's very neutral. I've maybe swatched one or two of these shades. Morphe really isn't my favorite shadow formulation, and I'm trying to buy better when it comes to formulations, not just a palette. So I think I'm gonna be passing this along as well. Yeah, I don't get any love out of it and it's not worth it to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass that along. I'm gonna pass along the Morphe 25A as well. I think that this palette, again, it hasn't even been touched, quite honestly, and it could get some love from someone else. I'm just gonna go ahead and pass that along. It doesn't really inspire me either. Okay, Shade and Light eye palette from Kat Von D. These are some of my favorite matte formula eyeshadows. I've loved this palette and I haven't even hit pan. I love that they come in quads, like little square quads here. This is very interesting for its time, and I love this matte black. Is one of my favorite matte blacks. I do really like the darker brown shades and this color right here. So I will definitely be keeping this just because they have really good formula. I love me a good matte shade, so I'm gonna keep that bad boy. Marble Collection Warm Stone. Let me go ahead and open this bad boy up. Looks like this. Again, I think I've swatched this maybe once or twice. It's very pretty, but again, it's not my favorite shadow formula and I never use it. So I think I'm gonna pass this guy along like I passed the other one along. We have Ciate, Pretty, Fun, and Fearless. This is one that was a collaboration with a beauty influencer. I can't remember her name to save my life. I have tried to love this. I have tried my best to get some use out of it. I don't like the formulation really on the actual matte shades, and it's just not something that I reach for ever. I think I'm gonna just declutter this one, and yeah, it just doesn't give me the feels, unfortunately, so yeah, that one's gotta go. Avant Pop, this one is Surreal My Heart. Go ahead and open this. Again, not my favorite formula. I do love this shade right here. This shade is freaking stunning. I do like this shade too. It kind of gives me the feels, but I think that I've got those colors in other palettes, so I'm gonna be passing that along. Okay, so we did a e.l.f. drugstore haul, and this is one of the palettes that shattered. I do love this color story, and this one is, I think it's 1990. yeah, the 90s mood. So I'm actually going to be keeping this one because I haven't really played with it much yet, and I love the colors in here. This green is so pretty, and I love this really nice gunmetal color, so we're gonna be keeping that. Mad for Matte 2. I love this palette and it's great. The neutrals are really, really nice. They actually blend out really beautifully for a $10 palette, and it's super sleek and nice for travel, so I will definitely be keeping that. This one is the Sunset palette, the Prism Sunset palette from e.l.f. I love this palette and those colors. This yellow is everything, so I will definitely be keeping this. I love them. You just have to spray them with a little Fix Plus, and honestly, they're super duper foiled. They're so good. This is the Rose Gold Sunset palette from e.l.f. And I haven't even played with this one yet because I had just purchased this one. So I'm gonna be playing with this, and I love the matte formulation of all these. Oh, they're so good. So I'm definitely gonna be keeping this guy. The tried and true, they don't even make this one anymore. This is the Comfort Zone palette. They make the Comfort Zone palette, but they have reformulated it and put it into a different palette. I've had this forever. I think I'm going to pass this along because I never reach for it, and I mean, it was so hyped up, and it is good, but I don't think that I'll ever use it because I've got other stuff that looks just like this, especially from e.l.f. I mean, a lot of the other ones look just like this, so I'm gonna just pass this along. We've got the Ardell matte palette. I just got this, and I love the formulation on these shadows. Ardell has outdone themselves, and if you have never tried them, you're missing out. I love this palette, so I will definitely be keeping this because I just got this. This is a Pro Eyeshadow Palette Shimmers, so it's all shimmer. And the same goes for these shadows. They're so pretty and pigmented, and I just love them. I mean, these shadows right here. I obviously have a type because I keep saying the purples and pinks and the corals. I just love them so much. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping this bad boy because I just purchased this. And I think they're only $12.99, so they're super affordable. This is the Makeup Academy Professional palette. Looks like this. It is really pretty, but the formulation is not fantastic on this. I played with it a little bit when I was in California, and I wasn't super uber impressed, so I will definitely be passing that along. This is the Paradise Enchanted from L'Oreal, and this one smells sugary, and these shadows are so good. Oh my god, I was not expecting much. Let me tell you, I looked at this, I was like, we'll see. But honestly, it's so good, you guys. Oh my god, this one rocks my world. It's so good, and it's so great for a neutral eye look if you're traveling because it's nice and thin. It's easy to pack away, and if it breaks, it's not a huge deal. It's not like one of the, you know, ABH palettes or whatever. And I love the formulation. Oh god, so many palettes. Okay, so this is the NYX Avant Pop Art Throb, and I love these colors right here, and I've used this quite a bit, but honestly I never reach for it because there's other colors in like Juvia's Place palettes that look just like this that have a better color payoff and formulation, so I will definitely be keeping those and passing this along. Okay, so holy god, we haven't even made a dent. Oh crap. All right, okay, so let's keep going before I lose focus and motivation. So this is Bad Habit Supernova, and this one, these palettes are super weighted too. If you guys think that these are cheap palettes just because they were $15, like honestly, the color payoff is amazing, and they do have some weight to them. I am extremely impressed with the formulation on their shadows, especially their mattes are super buttery and the glitters are nice and foiled. So I'm definitely keeping this guy because you know, the Avant Pop that has those pops of color can't even hold a candle to this. And I think this is going to be this is actually, I think, less money. And the fact that this is a dupe for the Lilia palette from Natasha Denona, so I'm gonna definitely be keeping this. Okay, this one is a Prism palette in Naked. Looks like this. I love the formulation on these shadows, but this palette really doesn't give me any kind of, because it's all nude and it's all shimmery. Honestly, I've got these colors in other palettes and I like their formulation a little bit better, so I think I'm going to be passing this guy along. So this is the Mad for Matte eyeshadow palette, and holy smokes, I just got this guy. I haven't even swatched him yet, but this is just really beautiful, and it's all mattes, and you can never have, you know, a matte blue. I don't usually wear blues, but I would love to be able to wear that on the lower lash line. It's so, so pretty. So I'll be keeping that guy. Okay, we got a lot of Colorpop palettes here. This one is the Golden State of Mind, and it looks like this. This definitely gives me more of the feels than the Prism palette from e.l.f. So I am definitely going to be keeping this guy because that other one has kind of the similar color story, but it doesn't give me the feels like this one does. Give It To Me Straight from Colorpop. This one again is super pretty, and I love the kind of more warm tones in here, so I'll be keeping this guy. We have Tarte Sex Kitten. This one is the original, and they brought him back with 2 shades down here. I like Tarte shadows, kind of. It depends on the palette. I think I'm going to be passing this guy along because I never use him, and he doesn't really inspire me much. He's kind of neutral and basic, so yeah, I'm going to be passing that along and decluttering him. We've got Colorpop, All I See Is Magic. This one is stunning. I love the colors in here. I think they're beautiful, perfect for travel as well because it is a smaller palette. And I love this pops of color here, and that golden tone is just perfect. So we'll be keeping this guy. Is a e.l.f., what is this called? Modern Metals palette. This one again has those same kind of color story, but the pops of blue and purple, and the yellow in here is really pretty. I just bought this, so I will definitely be keeping it. I want to play with it some more, and then from there we'll see how it goes. So this is the Profusion Peach, 9 matte and metallic shades. There's 6 shades of matte and 3 metallics in here. I love this palette. Who needs a peach palette when you have this? I will definitely be keeping this. I actually like their formulation. Funny enough, I didn't think I was going to, especially because this is only a $5 palette. So I'm definitely going to be keeping this guy. Oh, Foot's asleep. It's asleep. Oh God, why? So this is the Lorac. What is this called? It's busy as hell. What is this? I don't even know. I don't even think it has a name. I have this palette as well as the palette that has the blushes in it. I will be doing a blush like a face palette declutter after this series, probably next week. But this palette, I lived for this palette. The only reason why I even bought this damn thing is because of Kitty Cat. This is one of my favorite shades ever. It's so pretty all over the lid with this, and like these 2 in the crease, and then this one as the brow bone highlight. It's freaking beautiful. I forgot I even had this. I'm definitely keeping that. Even though it's discontinued too. I know. Oh! Okay, it's discontinued. I probably can't use it on my channel. Shit. Should I keep it? What should I do? I'm keeping it. That's it. I can't. It brings me joy. Like the lady, the declutter lady. It brings me joy. I'm keeping it. What am I doing with my life? Okay, so I got the Royal Affairs palette here. This one I got with my roommate when we went to TJ Maxx and did that whole thing, the TJ Maxx challenge. I do like this palette. I haven't really dug into it too much yet, so I'm going to keep that so I can kind of play with these shadows a little bit more. Again, BH doesn't have my favorite shadows formula, so I'm going to play and see. Oh, we've got so many more. Okay, so this is a Smoked Urban Decay palette. Hasn't even been touched, hasn't been swatched, hasn't been nothing. Definitely passing this along because I'm never gonna use these. Bye-bye. Okay, let's keep going. Cocoa Blend. This color is so pretty, and I love this palette. I'm definitely keeping this guy. The Caramel Melange is definitely staying as well. I'm just gonna tell you that now. This one, my Caramel Melange. This color is like pure silk. It's gorgeous. I definitely am going, oh, what happened to the white? Gotta clean that up. I'm definitely gonna be keeping this palette. Okay, Juvia's Place Masquerade. I really wish I would have bought in the mini in this, but they didn't have it when I bought this. They didn't even have the mini, it wasn't available. And these colors down here are awesome. I'm definitely keeping this because it's so beautiful. And these pops of blue, like I can't get over it. It's so good. Okay, let's see here. We've got Soft Glam from ABH. Everybody and their mama knows what this looks like. Love the formulation, just bought this, definitely keeping it. Fast forward through these guys. Subculture, this is one of the original Subcultures. This isn't like the reformulated and repressed and whatever repackaged BS that they did. This one, you touch it and it just crazy amounts of fallout. But I love the color scheme, and this one, it looks very much like Androgyny from Jeffree Star, so I'm definitely keeping this palette. I just love the yellows and everything, so keeping Subculture. Modern Renaissance, that's like a duh. Like, who would ever get rid of Modern Renaissance? If they did, I would probably cry. I would just cry for them. But this one is beautiful, so I'm definitely keeping this guy. We've got so many more ABH palettes, you guys. Oh my god. Master Palette by Mario. I love him. I'm definitely keeping him. He is no longer available, and I can't use him on my channel, but there are dupes out there that look just like this. I'll make sure that if I can find a link for one of them, I will put them down in the down bar. I think Bad Habit made one. It's beautiful. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Yeah, Norvina I just purchased, so I will definitely be playing with this. This gives me spring and summer vibes, especially like Easter time, which is right now. I'm definitely keeping him. Sultry. God, I love freaking Sultry. This is so pretty. And this is a very close comparison to the Naked Reloaded palette. I'd rather have this one than an Urban Decay palette, so I'm gonna keep him. I think Bad Habit made a dupe of this, not the Sultry palette, but the Soft Glam palette as well. And so did Makeup Revolution. So if you want a dupe video on these, you just let me know. I can find dupes for you. This guy is the brand new Riviera palette. I'm keeping him. Look at those pops of color. Oh, they're so good. Like, and I use this for a live stream, and honestly, it performed amazing. Highly suggest this palette if you're looking for some color. You Had Me at Hello from Colorpop. I haven't even touched this palette. I want to play with it a little bit because Colorpop does have some of my favorite formulations on their shadows, so I think I'm going to keep this so I can play with it a little bit. And those yellow kind of golden tones, the yellowy golden tones are beautiful, so yeah. And this mustard tone, oh my god, so good. I have hardly touched this thing. I want to play with this one just a little bit. If I don't pick it up within the next, like, I don't know, couple of weeks, I'll probably declutter it just because I never use it. And the formulation, this is the original. Like, this is when this first came out. This isn't the remastered, yeah, rose gold edition. And I've heard better things about the little Obsession palettes. So I think I'm just gonna try this and see if it works out for me. If these shadows don't perform, the ones on the top row, then I am just gonna go ahead and declutter it. Oh god, okay. This is the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette. This one was so hard to get my hands on, and then they made it permanent after people moaned that they couldn't get these shadows. This looks a lot like the Huda Beauty actually, and I like this formulation so much better, and these shadows are freaking beautiful, and now it's a permanent thing so I can use it on my channel more. Yeah, I'm keeping this for sure. You would have to pry this out of my cold dead hands. And yeah, I think I'm going to declutter the Huda. I'm going to get rid of it because I never use it. So, yep, getting rid of it. Keeping this guy. Huda's got to go. Sorry, baby. You're out. The Laura Geller Iconic New York Collection. I haven't even touched this thing. Looks like this. Haven't touched these shadows. It's like brand spanking new. Looks like that. This is the cool eyeshadows. Yeah, I'm gonna just declutter this. I don't even know if they make this anymore. Sorry, gotta go. Ooh, Too Faced Smoky Eye. All right. Who remembers these guys in the cardboard packaging? I think they make this in a tin now. I haven't touched it. It doesn't bring me any kind of joy. Bad boys gotta go. Sorry, honey. You're beautiful, but you gotta go. Let's talk about these Lorac Pro palettes. I have the Pro Make It 2. Looks like this. It did get a little bit of love, but honestly, I have other shadows that I like better, so This one's got to go. Sorry. Lorac. I like the Pro palettes, but I like the smaller Pro palettes so much better because they're not as clunky and they're easier to store. So this guy is leaving. He's going to find himself a new home. Somebody who's going to love you, I promise. And then the Lorac Mega. This one. Yeah, this one's got to go too. Sorry. You both are out. Urban Decay. And which one is this? Urban Decay. Beauty with an Edge. Yeah, no. You gotta go. Barely Touched. You gotta go. Alrighty, so this is an Inglots palette that I made myself. I honestly never use it, and these colors don't really inspire me, and they're all matte. So I think I'm going to pass this along. Just not worth it. I don't even know what colors are in here, honestly. Inglot shadows are really good, but I'm not impressed, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass that guy along. Okay, so this is the Magic by Juvia's Place. I'm so keeping this. Oh my god, look at those colors. Oh, it's so pretty. Yes. Keeping. Even though it's clunky, and I know that the Pro palettes are too, but these ones have better formulation, and I like the color payoff much better than the ones in Lorac. So I'm gonna keep this even though it's clunky as hell. So is a Masquerade, by the way. They're both clunky. Look at, they're both huge. Both freaking huge, but I'm gonna keep them both. How do we justify these things, you guys? I don't know. How do we justify it? Who knows? Who freaking knows? Okay, Violet Voss and Laura Lee. Yeah. I played with it. It's had its moment. It's time to move on. It's just, I have other things I like better. Bye-bye, Laura. Morphe! Oh, we've got so many Morphe palettes. Oh my god. Okay, most of these I think are gonna go. This is the original Jaclyn Hill palette. Yeah, I haven't reached for this in ages. And it's old. And it's one of the originals, like the first or second launch of this palette. You gotta go. You're just old. And you can tell by the logo that it's old as hell and dirty and just beat up. Yeah, you gotta go. Bye-bye. This one is the 35E palette. Let's see if I can even open this damn thing. Okay. 35E. Hasn't even been touched. I think it's been swatched twice. It's gotta go. This one is the 35OS All Shimmer palette. Yep. Bad boy's gotta go too. Hasn't even been touched. Old. Yep. You gotta go. I'm cutthroat today. I can't do it. Can't do it today. Nope. And then this one is the 35P palette. I have definitely swatched it, but I've never actually like dug in and used it, and it's been in here forever, so it's got to go too. Wonderlust. I just got this one from Profusion. It still has the tape on it, like legit just got it like 2 days ago. I'm keeping this guy because the purples in here are much nicer than the ones in the Morphe palette, and I like the greens. So we're gonna be keeping this guy. Let's see here. And he's affordable, he's only 10 bucks, so you can't beat that. This is Femme Rose. This is Carucci and Colorpop. If you guys, I don't even know if this is available anymore. I don't think it is. I wanna keep it, but I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile. This is definitely going in maybe because honestly, like, I never reach for this palette and I don't even think it's available anymore. Yeah, you're going in the maybe pile. Saucebox. And this one is, what is this? This is the Elude palette. I love this palette. I used to travel a lot with this palette because I can make, you know, it's all matte, so it's really easy to make eyeliner with this, to use this really lightly as a blush. I used to put a little bit of this and this tone, and if you mix these two together, they make a really good eyebrow color. And even this is a nice taupe color you can use on your eyebrows. I mean, I use this for everything, so I'm definitely keeping this because this is like an all-around palette. I'm definitely keeping this bad boy. This is more of a white tone, and this is more of a cream shade in real life. On camera, it's not coming across. And then this color isn't as purpley as it looks on camera either. It's got a little bit more of a darker undertone to it. So this is great for the crease, even mixing these two together. This kind of reminds me of the Shan XO palette. I actually might get rid of this Shan XO palette because I have this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get rid of the Shan XO palette, and I'm going to keep my sauce box. Bye-bye, Shan. Shan XO, you're out. See, this is what happens. You go through them and you figure out a lot of these look exactly the same. Okay, so this is the e.l.f. Matte for Matte Jewel Pop palette, like this. I just got this palette. I haven't even swatched it yet. It's really beautiful. I'm definitely keeping this, and I like the formulation. Plus, it's super sleek and easy to travel with, so I'm keeping that bad boy. I just got this one too. This is Glamour Squad, who is a complete dupe for the Soft Glam palette from ABH. Let me put them next to each other so you can see. I actually think I might keep this palette just so that I can dupe it. Yeah, these are crazy dupes. Look at that. That's insane. Yeah, they're very, very, very similar. So what I'm gonna do is actually keep this palette and do a dupes video. But yeah, I'm gonna keep both. It's a great drugstore alternative as well for those videos I'm gonna be doing for you guys on like drugstore, affordable drugstore stuff. So let's see here. We've got Milani Gilded Desires. If you've been with me for a while, you know how much I love this palette. I love this palette. I used it and I took it with me on vacation to the Bahamas. I did a whole glam look on a ship with this. I love it. I'm keeping this for sure. All right, let me move this. Why are you trying to get away, Makeup Forever? Huh? Like, you guys. This is ridiculous. Jouer, Jouer, Jouer has been used maybe twice. Yeah, Jouer, you gotta go. Sorry, don't use you. It has mattes and shimmers. I don't even know what this is called. What is this called? Essential Mattes and Shimmers palette. Yeah, bye-bye. Baked Browns from Dose of Colors. I love the formulation on these. I think they're freaking amazing. They are so pigmented and I freaking love them. So yeah, definitely going to be keeping the Baked Browns. I have the Marvelous Mauves as well. Let's see if I can open this. Marvelous Mauves. And it's stunning. I actually want to get the other ones because I love the formulation so much on these. So I'm going to be keeping him. Other little palettes. Oh, my foot is asleep. Woo, girl. This is the 80s vibe. I seriously just got this. I love that color and that color. So I will definitely be keeping this. 80s vibes, yes. 70s feels. And this is all from e.l.f. Keeping that guy. I like this one more than the naked one in the Prism. So I'm gonna be keeping this guy. Okay, Rosé All Day from Carity. Okay, definitely played with this, but didn't, I don't know, it just wasn't for me, I don't think. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this guy along. He needs to be loved, and Carity has some great shadows and some great formulation, but honestly, I just am not gonna love it like it should be loved. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this guy along. Okay, what else we got? We have got, okay, the Pixie and It's Judy Time palette. It's really pretty, but I will never use it. And I don't really care for Pixie shadows personally. Some people love them and I'm sure that they're good. I haven't loved them like they need to be loved. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this guy along. I'm getting rid of a lot more than I thought I was going to be honest with you. I thought I was gonna hold on to a lot more. So I'm quite impressed so far with myself. Kind of cutthroat around here. Oh, Makeup Forever. Hasn't even been touched. Yep. What is wrong with me? I like buy all these palettes and don't touch them at all. Yeah, this guy's gotta go. He needs to go get loved by somebody. A Too Faced Bon Bon palette. I actually want to keep this guy. I just picked this up when we did our TJ Maxx haul, so I want to play with him a little bit. Plus, he reminds me a little bit of the Star palette from Natasha Denona. I mean, obviously the quality is very different, but I feel like there's a lot of similar shades in both of them. So I think I'm gonna keep this guy just to play with him a little bit. Oh God, look how dirty and disgusting this is. Oh, Naked. When is it time to just, I mean, they have Naked Cherry, they've got Naked Reloaded, they've got Naked 1, Naked 2, Naked 3, they've got Naked Heat, Naked. When is it time to just put on your clothes and go home? Like, seriously. This one has been loved to death. Virgin's gone. Sin's almost gone. Baked has been practically panned. Buck. I mean, I've had this forever. Oh God, it's like nostalgic, and you can't get these anymore. They're not available. I'm having a real hard time with this guy. Okay, I'm gonna keep this and see if I play with it in the next month. It's really friggin' old too, so I probably shouldn't be putting this on my eyes, but what I'm gonna do is I'm going to keep him for a month, see if I use him. If I don't, then I'm going to get rid of him and say bye-bye to the Naked series. He's so gross. It's so gross. God, you're old. All right, old and nostalgic. All right, so this is the Wet n Wild eyeshadow quad, color icon, and which one is this? This is Secret Gardens. I just got these, so I want to play with them a little bit more, but I really love these colors. If they perform like they do, or they look like they do in the pan, I'm gonna be really happy. The other ones, since we're on the subject, this one is House of Thorns. House of Thorns is beautiful. I hope that red really performs, and the shimmery shades are really, really pretty. So we'll be keeping that and playing with that. And then the last one is Bed of Roses, and this one is super pretty too. I love the pink shimmery shades, so I'm gonna be keeping this and playing with it a little bit more and seeing how they perform. There's another Ardell palette. This is the Matte and Metallics. I have loved this to death. I still love this palette. I will use it forever because it's stunning. Highly suggest this one. So yeah, I will be keeping that guy. Let's talk about Little Rock Pro and Pro 2. Keeping him, he's beautiful. One of the originals. It's a nostalgic thing too, like with the Naked palettes. It's just, I can't not keep them because it's nostalgic and I love them. And then this was the original and it's so pretty. I still love this palette. This is the second one I've bought, the other one I panned, so I will definitely be keeping him. Oh God, Naked Smoky. This is actually one of my more favorite palettes that they've put out. I'm not a huge fan of the Cherry or the Heat or whatever. Those are more warm tones, and I feel like all of these other palettes have so many warm tones, and this is more of a cool tone palette, and I think I like this one better. Plus I love the packaging on this, so I'm definitely going to be keeping this guy just for a little while longer, just because I love these steel colors right through here. So pretty. Oh God, Meet Matrimony from The Balm. This is the only Balm palette I have. I'm not impressed with their formulation, honestly. The only buttery shade is this one right here. All the rest of them are hard as rocks, so I will definitely be giving that to someone to play with and maybe love a little bit more than I can. Sorry, sir, you're getting divorced. Okay, so this is a Cute AF palette. This is the very first, I believe, the very first palette that Colorpop came out with. It is a dupe, a very nice dupe for the Sunset palette, which I have from Natasha Denona. And yeah, the color story is exactly the same. So if I'm gonna dupe it, I would dupe it with this. And I think that this is still available on the website. So I will be keeping this guy. Element of Surprise palette. So good, so pretty. The packaging is perfect. I really do like the shimmers in here. So yeah, I'll be keeping this guy to play with just a little bit more. I mean, he's really pretty. I love how all of these are he. Like all of a sudden, they all are Mr. and Sir and whatever. Anyways, I have a weird thing about palettes and calling them him and her. This one is I Love You Double Entendre. Perfect neutral palette. It looks very much like the xoxo palette as well. So I'll be keeping that, and yeah, definitely decluttering that xoxo palette because I've got two that look very similar. And then this one is I Think I Love You. I got some love out of this one. Let me tell you, I love this bad boy, and I will continue to love him forever. This is Dose of Colors Eye Cream palette instead of ice cream. This hasn't even been touched, but I think for spring it'll be perfect. It's really light. I don't know if this is even available anymore, but I want to play with it a little bit, and I love that mint chip color and the banana split and the blueberry swirl. Okay, I'm keeping it. It's really, really pretty. I gotta play with him. Now that I've decluttered a bunch of this crap, I should be able to play with these a lot more now. Sleek. This is the Sleek palette, and is there a name on it? Eyeshadow palette, and that's what it says. There's no name on it. It looks like this. I got it in my Makeup by Mario bag. I never reach for it, and I've had it for a couple months now. This guy's gotta go. He's got to go find a new home. Milani Passion. I just bought this. I heard so many good things about this palette, and it's very much like the Stila palettes. I find that a lot of Milani products are very, very, very similar to Stila at a better price point. So I will be keeping Pure Passion. Also going to be keeping Bold Obsessions. Yeah, definitely keeping that. Dream Street, this is the Kathleen Lights in Colorpop. I just love the formulation on these shadows. I will definitely be keeping this. Actually, speaking of Kathleen Lights, I think I'm gonna keep this and declutter the Morphe and Kathleen Lights palette because I have not pulled for this forever. And quite honestly, it's a little old. I mean, it literally hasn't been loved at all. So, sorry, Kathleen. One stays, the other one goes. I can't keep both. Tarte Amazonian Clay eyeshadow palette. All right. I'm not a huge fan of Tarte shadows. This one's got to go. I really did not like the Tarteist palette, the purple one. That just didn't do it for me. I gave that one away a long time ago to my friend Brooke. And yeah, this one's got to go too. Man Eater. Alrighty. I actually really loved this palette. Looking at it now, I've got other palettes that I like better, so I think that this guy's got to go. But yeah, loved it while it was hot and big on YouTube, but he's got to go. I think I've got rid of more palettes than I'm keeping. Okay, Full Spectrum, CoverGirl. I just did a drugstore look with these and I freaking love them. Oh my God. This one's definitely staying, and this one is in, what's the name of this one? Is in Posh, right? Yeah, this one's in Posh. It's so pretty. This one's CoverGirl True Naked Sunsets. This is very close to Modern Renaissance. It gives me the same kind of feels. And again, as a drugstore dupe, it's perfect. It's like 12 bucks and the shadows perform amazing and they're super buttery. So I'm keeping this for any kind of dupes that I might do. Peanut butter. Okay, Too Faced peanut butter palette. Yeah, loved it, used it, over it, gotta go. Carity, the Nudes and Rudes. This is a 9pan palette. I never use it. And honestly, it doesn't inspire me. So I think this one's gotta go. Plus I have other ones that I like better. So I'm sorry, you gotta go. You gotta go to a new home. This is the Mayhem palette from Bad Habit. Again, this is a very inspired, almost dupe for the Pat McGrath palette. I'm keeping him for sure. So pretty, and those shimmers are like crazy foiled, so yeah. Okay, Mania palette. Again, Pat McGrath inspired or dupes. I don't like to say dupes because I don't have the original, so I can't say that they're complete dupes, but they're definitely inspired by those palettes, so I'm keeping this guy, and this one just gives me the feels all day long. Oh, so good. And then this one is a topper. Oh my God, it's so, so good. Yeah, keeping that guy. Okay, Tease Me. This one is supposed to be a dupe for the Huda Beauty nude palette, so I don't have that one, and I will keep this one in my collection. Beauty Creations is actually the same brand, or is a same affiliate as Bad Habit, so I'm going to be keeping this guy, and this one hasn't even been touched. I just got this one, so I'll be playing with this for sure, especially for springtime. Got a Too Faced chocolate, semi-sweet chocolate palette. Neutrals. Who doesn't love neutrals and the fact that it smells really good? I'm keeping this guy. It's a nostalgic thing like the Lorac and the Naked palettes. And this is the original chocolate bar palette. Again, I'm keeping this guy because nostalgic, you know, gotta love it. And then more chocolates, since we're on the subject of chocolate. I actually just got this one. This is the chocolates from Profusion. I'm going to be doing a video with Profusion products here soon, like doing a full face of their, you know, lips and stuff, all the lippies and then just shadows and stuff. So I love this, and it's, you know, in conjunction with chocolate, so why not? I'm going to go ahead and keep that like I kept the Wonderlust. Wonderlust over there. Oh God. Okay, so I got this one. This is a Tarte Make Believe in Yourself. They don't even make this anymore, and it's all shimmer, one matte, and that's it. Makes zero sense to me. I think that you need more to make a complete look. So I'm gonna just pass that guy along. Somebody else will love him, but he's not even available anymore, and I can't use him on my channel if you can't get your hands on it. So yeah, he's gotta be loved by someone else. And then of course, let's see here. I think I've got actually one more palette here too. This is Natasha Denona. This is a sunset palette, and it's very much like the Yes Please palette from Colorpop. So I'm gonna be keeping these guys. Obviously this is a $129 palette. I've loved it, but yeah, I love the formulation on these shadows. They're so good. But yeah, I'm definitely keeping Miss Denona. She's staying. All right, the last palette in the collection. is the Violet Voss. Which one is this? This is the Ride or Die palette. This has everything and is clunky as hell. Like, what? Who needs all these shades? Oh my god, I have so many palettes. I don't know. Should I keep it? Crap. It's clunky, it's huge. I don't know. I don't know if I should keep it or not. You know what? I'm gonna keep it this time around, and then we'll see about the next declutter. I'll keep it for about a month and see if I even use it, and yeah. Because I like the formulation on this palette. I just never use it. All right, you guys, so this is what this looks like. We're keeping all of these down here, and then we've got the ones in here that I'm getting rid of, and then the maybes. Let's see, I didn't really put too many in the maybes. I thought I was gonna do that a lot more, but I was definitely more cutthroat than I thought. The maybe pile came to 2 different palettes. We have Carity, the Nudes and Rudes, which I'm going to declutter because I've got other palettes just like it. And this one could be loved by somebody for sure. That one's gotta go. And then the Femme Rose. You know, I think I might keep this one. I'm gonna keep this one because I really do like the formulation on these shadows. All right, so I'm gonna keep this guy, and that one's gone. Yay! Yeah. I'm gonna count these and I'll be right back and let you know how many palettes we are keeping and how many palettes I am decluttering and what the total is, because I think it's over 100. All right, I'll be right back. Okie dokie. So we are getting rid of 39 palettes. Holy God. And take a wild guess how many I have here. Just, you know, put it in the comments below. You really want to know how many? There are 77 palettes. 77. Are you freaking kidding me right now? What? Oh, Lord, I have a problem. So that's 116 palettes. 116. Oh, Jesus. So, yeah. We are going to be putting this all on Poshmark that can be sanitized and sent to other homes, because a lot of them are discontinued and can't be found online. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put those on my Poshmark. If you want any of these, they're gonna be for a really decent price, because quite honestly, I just want them out of my house. And the fact is I don't want them in my drawers anymore either. I'm gonna be putting them up, and yeah, so bundles as well. I'll put all the information in the description box for you if that's something that you're interested in. I'm keeping all these. If you'd like to see any kind of, you know, looks with any of these palettes or anything like that, please go ahead and let me know in the comments below as well, because we've got a lot of eyeshadow to use. If you'd like to see dupes, please let me know. If you'd like to see a dupes video of me using one palette on one eye and one on the other, I can do that as well. And yeah, so 116 palettes, y'all. Can you believe it? It's crazy, crazy, crazy. But yes, welcome to my life. But yeah, these guys will be up on the website here very soon. So let me know if you're interested, and I will talk to you very soon. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you soon. See you in the next one. Bye.